My name is Nick Dyck. Officially, I'm called Nicholas, but Nick is my good first name, and I was born November the 5th, 1921. I was born in Nikolaipol, Ukraine. That was the time of the revolution, and things got very, very severe in terms of famine. People were living well. During the early 1900s, they were building these huge schools and churches, the remnants of which we still came across. And yet, when the revolution came along, all of that was worthless, destroyed, because it was an uprising against wealth. You might say it's indeed the communistic mentality. And so they rose up against any semblance of wealth and sought to destroy it. My folks were quite well-to-do. In fact, my father had 2 stallions that he prized, and they were like owning a Cadillac in those days. And so from that to becoming a beggar because of the economy that they went through, that was terrible. I have 3 brothers who died in their young years. There were some villages where the young men felt, hey, this rotting is just too horrible. So they organized a self-defense units. Cossacks, they were a group of people that were so super efficient on horseback. And they were fighting along with the White Army against the Red Army. And my brother was part of that for a number of years, at least some time. And he told us some stories of how it was really awful. There were times that he was sure he was going to get shot, but didn't. He says, actually, I had 5 horses shot under me, and all that I got was a bullet through my ankle. It seemed, what else could you do? You had to protect your own. And I suppose I can add my own comment and say, if someone attacked my wife, or anybody for that matter, and I had any means of defending them, I would use those means. Our family in the 1920s was very fortunate to hear the fact that in Canada, the government had changed from conservative to liberal, and Mackenzie King had become the Prime Minister. And whereas the earlier governments would not open up Canada because, after all, we were German, and we just finished a war on Germany. But when the Mackenzie King came into power, he opened the doors for these people, us Mennonites, to come. That caused my dad to begin to look for or apply for a visa. Mr. Taves, on his own, went all the way to wherever the headquarters were for CPR and to the government. And he gave his signature, promising that the cost of the voyage would be paid by the Mennonites. It took about 20 years before the final debt was paid.